Hello everybody, this is Terry coming to you with another video. This is going to be a little short video, but today this video is going to be about white supremacy, and you're going to hear white people tell you with their own mouths, out of their own mouths, on how white supremacy actually works. And they're actually going to explain to you, well, this lady is going to explain to you how they actually manipulated us and brainwashed us with Christianity. Now, a lot of y'all niggas out there still ain't gonna believe it, even if you hear it from her own mouth on how Christianity actually enslaved us. They enslaved us with this Christianity. So you guys are not going to believe that, but anyway, let's go ahead and let her tell it. I'm gonna let her tell it. All right, I'm trying to keep this thing.
White culture, if you could even call it culture, is based in... It was a narrative created by colonizers, like my Portuguese ancestors, in order to justify what they were doing to other people on the continent of Africa and even here in North America. And the narrative was that we white people were better than all other races. And they did so through Christianity. They took the Bible and different scripture verses, twisted it around in order to fit the narrative of colonialism and white supremacy, and also the patriarchy. And the patriarchy is white man in power. White supremacy is white man in power. Colonialism is white man in power. And Christianity, for the most part nowadays, is white man in power. There are historical references and proof where the Catholic Church actually said to enslave an African was to save their soul. The kidnapped and enslaved Africans that were here in North America were preached different scripture verses than were actually in the Bible. And that's why they weren't allowed to read. Because if they could read, then they could see that these scripture verses were incorrect and they couldn't be controlled anymore by this white God. And white people, we didn't identify as white until colonialism. We identified as Portuguese, or Latvian, or German, or Italian, or French. But then colonialism came around, and then all of a sudden we became white, and we were superior, because we were the chosen race by God, and the scripture verses proved it. And we had to go into other people's lands and preach the gospel, when really it was all a ruse. It was all an excuse to go in and pillage the land and the people and the cultures. So when I say that white culture is based in race, it's based in race. Christianity was the Trojan horse of white supremacy and colonialism. And Western Christianity, as we know today, is still based within superiority. All Christians think that they're better than everybody else. I grew up in it. I'm very familiar with the culture. And it's part of the problem. There's a reason why most of Trump supporters are Christians. It's because they don't even realize that the conditioning of colonialism and Christianity and the patriarchy is so deeply embedded within them and their identity that they don't even see the truth. Christianity is based in superiority, in white superiority, in white culture, which is all based in race.
Here's the thing.
You guys still don't believe it.
We need to ditch this idea of, I'm not.
Most black Americans
assume you are.
Still don't believe it.
You have internalized ideas that you are unaware of. And rather than saying, oh no, I'm better than that, be ready to deal with the consequences of those racist ideas coming forth. So when a black, brown, indigenous...